How's it going, folks? I thought I'd better do a little update, as I haven't updated you in absolutely ages. Been right busy, and I need to take you in and show you what I've done in the filter house. Best room in the house now. Well, best room outside the house. Absolutely love it. The wife thinks she's lost me. I just put my fish. Fish are super happy at the minute. Yeah, I just want to take you in and give you a quick tour of the filter room and what I've been up to, because I've been putting some serious graft in there and I am over the moon with how it's looking. So the worst thing for me, what was annoying me about the filter room, was the back wall. It sort of had all my controllers and my electrics on it, and I couldn't get it how I wanted it. So I ripped it all off the other night. I had this massive piece of ply and a full board of ply in the garage, and I painted it up and got it mounted on the wall. And yeah, that's a bit more Dave Bradley. I'm a lot happier with how it's looking. And if you'd have seen me trying to get that up on the wall, like some sort of mad, crazy contortionist, because it's not thin ply. And when you're holding it above your head, trying to climb over a drum, climb over a load of pipe work, and hold it up to drill it to the wall. And the worst thing was, these electrics here, so you got fuse for me drum, the two plug sockets, well, they're mounted across here, so they were just hanging down. So I was trying to fold myself and push this around the outside of the board with my leg while holding it up. It was, if you'd have seen on the CCTV, you'd absolutely pissed yourself at me trying to do it. So it's all in there now. It looks absolutely mint. I got me measuring bowls mounted to the ceiling out of the way, because they're big, bulky, absolute nightmare things. And obviously got my TV. I've got one of Lee Hadfield's many Japan trips on there at the minute. Obviously it's muted, Lee, apologies pal. But yeah, installed these shelving units. This one here can act as a bit of a desk. And yeah, I got my microscope here, so if I need to do any scrapes, I can sit on my awesome stool here and check it out with plug sockets and power for my microscope. Got all my water testing kits, the shelf above, and a few other bits and pieces. And yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen these. Traveler's notebook from the Travelers Company Japan. My wife is an absolute crazy journalist. Not journalist as a career, she just journals constantly. Keeps a diary on everything, and she bought me that as a gift, and I absolutely love it. It's a fantastic little book. Everywhere we go I can write down me notes and stuff, and hey, it's from Japan. So managed to secure some silkworm pupa. I was struggling to get it for a while. What I will say, I started feeding it. I started throwing it in by the handful, and I got a little bit of an ammonia reading for a couple of days, but Filtration soon picked it up. The Nexus is running an absolute dream. Really chuffed to bits with how it's working on the pond and the difference it's made. As I say, put my koi masters in, the Nexus does the job, takes it out, and it just polishes the water and makes it unreal. So yeah, got me net stored away up on the roof, a bit more shelving, obviously the big blues down there, and yeah, my wife thinks that's it, I've lost you now, and I'm thinking, yep, you probably have. It's the kind of man cave that I'm interested in. and I got a TV in there to top it off. So I've been out here for days. I think I just could get a little camp bed there on the floor, and I'll be sorted. But yeah, the floor's the next thing. I painted it when before I put everything in, but I've moved that much about. I've had that much stuff gone in here that it's damaged the floor, so I'm gonna cover it with something. Haven't decided what yet. Still need to sort out the pipe work here. I've got all the 2-inch bits over there to change this back into 2-inch. It was only really bodged in there with 1.5-inch pipe that I had laying around, just to get it up and running. I'm running it seriously slow, I think. Nexus is this one. Yeah, I don't know what percent we're on. Yeah, the lowest reading, 30%. So, and it's doing a fantastic job. You might notice Tornado protein skimmer on the side here. That's the next thing that I'm gonna plumb in. Little story about that. When I treated with, let me adjust this camera. When I treated with the acroflavine in the pond, it produced some astonishing amounts of brown foam. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Big, huge bubbles on the surface of the pond, and it makes you realise just the amount of protein and dissolved solids and stuff that's actually in the water. So I was planning on buying one of these, and I know that Lou, a fellow YouTuber, Lou has French Connection, is Lou's channel. We've been friends for a few years now, I think. Lou, gotta be. The powers of YouTube that brings people together. And I know that Lou did a video when, it's awkward for me standing that way. I know that Lou did a video when she installed that and bought it. So I just sent her a message and said, look, is it any good? Is it doing the do for you? What is it like? And Lou said, yeah, it's a great piece of kit. And I was considering then buying one. That was the next step for me. And a couple of weeks later, I received a lovely message from Lou saying that she was taking her pond in a different direction, and if I was still in the market for a Tornado 3, would I want hers? I could have it as a gift, which was just mind blowing to get a gesture like that from such an awesome person. So Lou posted it to me, and yeah, there it is. I'm just waiting on a few valves, pipe work and stuff, so that I can plumb it in, and it's just going to rotate in off the shower line and have it returning straight back into the bio chamber here. So yeah, quite looking forward to getting that plumbed in. Massive shout out to Lou. I was blown away by the generosity to give me a piece of kit like that, absolutely free of charge. A testament to the kind of person Lou is, to be honest. She also sent me a bag of sinking food, FD sinking. I've never really fed sinking food before, but it's definitely gonna be something that I'm feeding next year. I've got a couple of fish. One of them is that Sankey that I got for the Lee Hadfield Growing Show. It's a little bit of a skittish eater. Comes up, takes a few bits, and then disappears. But when I throw a handful of sinking food in, all the skittish, got a couple of meals in there, and they're kind of skittish eaters anyway, but they all hoover it up from the bottom of the pond. So I've been able to pack on a bit more food into those fish that don't stay up at the surface chumping like the rest of the massive things that I have out there. So yeah, just again, Lou, thanks very much. Can't thank you enough if you're watching. And yeah, blown away by the koi room. It's really coming together now. The only thing I need to do is put a flipping door on it, but I'll get there eventually. I'll put a door on. Fact is, I want a whiteboard up so that I can keep some notes for myself. And I think the only place I really have left to put it is going to be on the back of the door. So I'll probably get a door on now sooner rather than later. But yeah, massively chuffed with the fish. How the pond's looking. I mean, the guys are seriously happy. And as I say, we're just shy of 6 feet deep here. 2 inches shy, and you can see right down the bottom of the pond. And everyone seems happy, which is a bonus because it's been a bit of a poor season. And you see my big kohaku here. Come on, Elijah, get out the way. You can see its head. It's damaged its head. I used to have it's the reason why I bought this actually. I used to have a Superfish auto feeder which just kind of sat here. It was screwed onto a piece of wood, and that greedy kohaku knew that if it come up out of the water and head butted the feeder, that a load of food had come out. And you can see what it's done to the benny on its head, which is absolutely devastating. Because it's a stunking fish. It's sort of 76 I think it was when I measured it last, 76 centimeters. So yeah, really chuffed with the pond at the minute. And that's it then, folks. I just wanted to give you a little update on where we are, what we're doing, and how it's gone since I installed the Nexus on the skimmer line. And it was for sure worth doing. Silkworm pupa. Loving it. So what's the plans now? Well, obviously I'm going to get a door on the filter house because I need it. I'm going to Chris Masters is off to Japan at the end of next month, so I've given him a challenge to find me a nice fish. I've given him the budget, and I'm pretty sure he will sort me out. He's never let me down in the past. I think we're ready for a new edition. Obviously, with losing Mashiro Atsuri this year, that was a bit of a blow. But it was a big fish now that's out of the pond. And yeah, I think a Sankey is what I'm after. Truth be told, I would love a really nice kohaku, but I struggle with shimmies. And the last thing I want to do is shell out a lot of money on a lovely kohaku to put it in my water, and then 6 weeks later it turned into an ugly Sankey. So I think I'll just play it safe and go with the Sankey in the first place, or a nice Showa. I'm not really concerned whether it's male or female. That doesn't bother me. I think males are in a different league now to where they were when I started the hobby sort of 20 years ago. They're a completely different level. Some of the males I've seen out there have massive, huge bodies on them, so I'll be looking forward to getting me new fish in it. Hopefully, I might even get into the show season next year. Maybe. I just don't like netting them up. You know, these things are huge. Massive credit to the boys that are sort of bagging up 70, 80, 90 centimetre, 1 metre plus fish and taking them to them shows. It's like, I take my hat off to you guys, because I just don't think I could do that. I think it would scare the crap out of me, and you know, especially a lot of these boys have spent a lot of money on their fish. You know, they've won so many variables to go wrong. So definitely hats off to those guys, and a credit to them for making the shows possible, because without fellas that are willing to do that, bag up a huge fish, or well, not necessarily huge, but bag up any fish and take it to the show, there'd be no show. So